Good morning, I hope you're all very well, and welcome to what I'm hoping is just going to be a straightforward video about the new Nissan Leaf that's been announced. Now, if you watch my channel, you will know that I've got quite a soft spot for the Nissan Leaf. It's the electric vehicle that I've owned for 3.5 years, a 24 kilowatt hour one. I've also test driven the 40 kilowatt hour one, and despite its issues around Rapidgate, etc., more about that later, I really liked it. I didn't have a major problem with it. As I say, more about that in a bit. What's been announced is the Leaf 3.0. Now, the 3.0 is going to come in two variants. There's the 40 kilowatt hour version, which very quickly, a little update to the infotainment system, bigger screen, a few decals on the outside, not an awful lot, bit of an increase in price. Enough said about that. We're going to park that. What we're interested in is the longer range version that we've been waiting for what feels like an entirety for. The 62 kilowatt hour Nissan Leaf, the 3.0. Order books are open. According to my notes, from January this year, you'll be able to get it in Japan. It'll be delivering from the spring, North America, you'll be able to get yours, and Europe and the UK, we're going to have to wait till the summer of 2019. So what is actually different? Obviously the battery's bigger, but let's look at some of the other things that are different. So according to the press releases and what I've read and seen online, the range obviously is going to be increased. At the moment, the EPA for the 40 kilowatt hour Nissan Leaf is 150 miles. The new EPA is expected to be 226 miles. So that's quite a sizable increase. So moving on inside, I mentioned it before with the 3.0 on the 40 kilowatt hour, and the infotainment system is getting an upgrade. The touch screen is going to be a much better quality, and it's going from 7-inch to 8-inch, so a little bit bigger. In my opinion, still not big enough. I want to see big touch screens. Having driven a Model S, it's that huge pad in the middle makes all the difference. It's so quick and easy to use. It makes no sense to me why we've still got these very old-fashioned looking screens that, well, in the best will in the world, quite often the touch is really temperamental on it, but a slight increase in size and apparently better quality, so that's good news. Door-to-door navigation, they're billing it as. So what they're saying is that you can set up your route on your phone, that will upload directly to the car via the app, an upgrade in the app. And you will be able to drive, and then once you get out your car, pick up your phone again, and the navigation continues on your phone to get you to exactly where you want to go. Good news. They're saying new updates in the interoperability between your phone and the car. What they don't actually say is if they've got Android Auto or Apple Car in there. I know that it's in there. It's in the 40 kilowatt hour one. So why are they not saying it's in this one? Surely, to me, that just sounds like they're integrating Google Maps. I may be wrong, but why do car manufacturers insist on giving us their mapping systems, their way of doing things, when we've got such fantastic systems already, whether it's Google Maps, whether it's TomTom Map, it doesn't matter what company does it. These companies, it's what they do. They've been doing it for years. Cars have started to integrate it, so let's forget about car navigation systems. Please just let me use my map and what I know. It makes life so much easier. In the world we're in today, just my own personal opinion. And this was the big one. Oh, they got very excited about this. Over-the-air updates. Finally, they've caught up with Tesla. This is it now. We're moving forward. Things are definitely going to change now. It's over-the-air updates for their infotainment system, and that's it. Again, why are other car manufacturers not learning from Tesla? Why can't now all modern cars that are already connected to the internet, why can't they just have that software update over the air? So come on, Nissan, learn from Tesla, let's move forward. Telling us that you've got over-the-air updates for your infotainment system, it doesn't wash anymore. Let's move forward. So that's inside. Now, just around the sort of the driving functions, that these 3.0s come with all the ProPilot features. They're saying that there's been some tweaks and some updates, nothing really groundbreaking, nothing worth us talking about now. Just they've just improved it. Moving on to the motor then, and there are some definite updates on this. So the motor now is going to be 160 kilowatts. That's up from 110 in the 40 kilowatt hour one. So quite an improvement. They're saying that's a 36% increase in power. And where they're gauging that is not the 0 to 60 time, but that overtaking speed, that 50 to 70, 75 mile an hour. And they've given us a figure of between 50 and 75 mile an hour. It's 13% quicker than the 40 kilowatt hour one. And that wasn't sluggish. So that's a good improvement. We like that, a much bigger motor and more power. So giving us that power, or providing the energy for that power, is the battery. And this is the interesting bit. We've got a 62 kilowatt hour battery now, which is 25% more energy dense than the 40 kilowatt hour one. So the 40 kilowatt hour one had 192 cells. The 62 kilowatt hour one has 288 cells. And barring a couple of millimeters, it's the same size. So that's so much more dense. They don't talk about the weight, but certainly the size of the battery pack is almost identical to the 40 kilowatt hour one. So that's just, see how quickly things are moving forward. In a year, they're already producing more dense battery packs, which is great news. But what about that all-important battery management system? The 40 kilowatt hour Leaf was plagued by Rapidgate. Now, I say it was plagued by it. Yes, we were all talking about it, but actually that car still sold ridiculously well. So maybe it wasn't that much of a problem for people. As I said, personally, I didn't find it an issue, but that's not to say it was right. It was poorly handled. They should have been honest from the outset. They should have been honest in their adverts, and they should have told us exactly what to expect from that battery and how the charging would be affected. Now, suppose it's been solved, and I've seen videos. I haven't had a chance to test it myself yet, but it does look like they have solved it with a software update. Now, that's all well and good, but what they haven't done is learnt from their mistakes, and they haven't told us any more about it. This update's just arrived, and people are getting good charging rates now, even when the battery is warm. But how does that affect our battery long term? There must have been a reason why they put those charging caps on in the first place. Now, they've still got that 8-year, 100,000 mile warranty, and it's the same with the new car. But if I'm going to buy a 40 kilowatt hour Leaf or even a 62 kilowatt hour Leaf, for me, it's going to be a second-hand car. So it'll already be probably 3 or 4 years old. I'm going to own that car through its 10th year and beyond. How is that going to now affect me? And why are Nissan not coming out and saying, we've launched this update and this is what you can expect from it? It will degrade your battery quicker, or we've run more tests and 100% categorically we can say it will not affect your battery at all. Please tell us something, because at the moment, all I can see is they've just tweak the software, and hopefully that'll keep us all quiet for a bit. We just want the information. So that was a long way around saying what's in this new one. And for those of you that are hoping for liquid cooling and Tesla style battery management, forget it. It's not passive, it is active, but what they've done is they've bolted a fan to it. Brilliant. So air-cooled battery. The price bracket that this car's in, I expect more than a fan bolted to my battery. Now, charging that battery, we're sticking with CHAdeMO. We're not going to CCS. It's certainly here in Europe, that seems to be the charging standard now. They're getting their full weight behind it, and everything's going towards CCS. Nissan have decided to stick with CHAdeMO, and this allows your vehicle to grid and everything to work in both directions, which obviously this car supports. I'm guessing that's why they've stuck with CHAdeMO for now. So that's what's going to be on there. Charging speeds are going to increase. They're going to be 70 kilowatts, peaking out at 100 kilowatts. So that's making full use of some of these new chargers we're starting to see come online now, which is where we come back to Rapidgate. Let me tell you what their press release says about it, because I found this quite interesting. I thought, oh, we're going to get some answers here. So thanks to the available new 70 kilowatt, 100 kilowatt peak quick charge system, the 2019 Nissan Leaf E Plus can charge more efficiently than ever. Asterisk 3. I'll come back to that. Based on early testing, Nissan Leaf E Plus owners can expect similar charging times when hooked up to 100 kilowatt charger as current Leaf owners do with a 50 kilowatt charger, despite a 55% larger battery storage capacity. So they're saying that in the time it takes you to charge your 40 kilowatt hour Leaf on 50 kilowatts, you could charge your 62 kilowatt hour Leaf on 70 to 100 kilowatts. So that's good news, but what's this asterisk? Well, if we go to the back of the document, Number 3, right at the end, it says charging capacity may vary based on battery temperature. Come on, Nissan, tell us what it means. Is it going to stop at a certain temperature? Is it going to slow down? How's the battery going to last? Tell us some more information, please. Learn from your mistakes. It tells us nothing, does it? So I'm sure it'll be fixed and I'm sure we won't have the problems, but we're still not in possession of the full facts. So that's battery and charge speeds, but what about price? Because, well, we can forgive Nissan for a few little issues if the price is right. But when it's released in Europe, they're expecting a resale figure of €45,500, which if you do a straight conversion to GB pounds, that's £40,600. So this isn't going to be a cheap car, is it? When you look at the competition, I had a look this morning, the top of the range Nissan Kona electric with the big long range battery in it, which according to the same testing standards can do 300 miles, £35,500. So for £4,500 less, you can see there's quite a lot of competition there. And let's not forget that by the time this arrives in the summer, Europe will certainly have some deliveries of Model 3s. The UK, we're not going to be a million miles away from that. Okay, let's be honest, it's not going to be £40,000, the base Model 3 in the UK. It's probably going to be £45,000 plus for the base model. But if you're going to spend £40,000 on a car, if somebody asks you, what do you drive? What would you rather say, a Nissan or a Tesla? And I think therein lies the biggest issue for this car, the competition that it's got now. Perhaps remember the segment of the market that they're expecting to sell it in and maybe not over-egg it, because there's too much choice there now. What we actually want is affordable EVs. So they are my thoughts for what they're worth. Let's not get too excited about it just yet. It'd be great to get my hands on one and have a look at it. I'm looking forward to seeing other people's reviews on them. Just Nissan, I hope you haven't done yourselves not thinking about the competition that's out there. But we'll see. I've gone on far too long. I said this was going to be a short video. For some reason, they never are. I get rambling. So hopefully that's given you the information you need and it's given you a little update. For now, I'm going. Thanks ever so much for watching. I'll see you again soon. Take care.